Hi guys, we're back. Welcome to part 3, viewer emails. Now we're going to dive right into them.
Yeah.
Tom from Baltimore. Are the Red Sox overrated? Right now?
I think for the
Yes,
from
but
the
in the long run,
season,
no.
No, they're not overrated.
Wait, what the hell?
Like I just said, they just have these first game jitters.
It's too early to say that.
It's way too early. Texas might be better than I thought. That offense is absolutely loaded.
Oh, yeah.
Once they get past Texas, even if they go down 0-3, they'll sweep Cleveland. They'll be 3-3 after they're done with Cleveland. Cleveland is terrible. They have Carlos Santana, and that's it.
Hey man, we're
All right,
bad against bad teams.
All right,
though.
they just got him in a pickle.
We're
All
bad
right.
against bad teams, though, man.
Well, who knows? We haven't played any bad teams yet.
Well, I'm
so.
talking about the past shown.
Yeah, but no, our team's loaded.
That
team is
we're loaded. I see a big O in the win call.
Yeah, but they're playing Texas, who's also loaded.
So
I'm saying, so you think Red Sox are
Well,
overrated?
we've given up.
I don't think they're overrated. I'm just saying. I think they got the
Well,
Yankee.
that's-
I think they got the Yankee hype. The hype that the Yankees get every season. The Red
Yep.
Sox got.
They
And
do.
I don't think they can. I don't think they can really deal with that right now. 'Cause
I
you
agree.
don't want to be on
They're
that.
too much.
You don't want to be at that status.
Once they
The
get that first
expectations-
win
kinda
out of the way,
Bruins, the expectations were way too high for them.
yeah,
Yeah, I think they're looking like, oh, this team's
kind of
the
like
best
Miami.
overall.
I kind of
Yeah.
draw it to Miami. Miami had a couple bad games at the beginning of the season. They're back, and they're one of the
They're
top
back.
teams in the East. Once they get out of these first couple of games, I think the Red Sox. All right, they need to.
Wow, nice fielding by
Don't know
Some
black guy in
applause.
right field.
But yeah, they are not overrated. They're just very good. They just need a win.
All right, moving on. April from Houston asked, "Is Butler the best story in college sports over the past 2 years?"
I will say yes. I think
I'd say
any
yes, too.
any team with that kind of Cinderella story, that 2 years in a row, I am shocked that they are back, especially losing Gordon Hayward. Sheldon Mack and Matt Howard have stepped up terrifically. I would say that they are the best story in college basketball over the last couple of years.
All right, this is disappointing, man. I wanted the question to be 5 years.
5
I'm
years?
talking about George Mason, the 12th
George
seed,
Mason.
man. Years back when they friggin' made it to the Final Four, man.
But the thing is, Butler made it to the final 2 these last 2
Yeah,
years.
we're talking about 12 seed, not the 5 and the 8 seed. We're talking 12.
Yeah, but
that adds up to
that's
maybe
serious.
one more
That's
than
serious
12.
stuff.
Yeah,
That's
but
serious
that adds
stuff.
up to 13. It's like one more than 12.
All right, let's put it this way.
We're talking 2 years. George Mason does that twice.
What if
Four, right
Butler
there.
what if Butler wins? Do you think they're the best story?
Yes,
All right, I agree with that.
I'll give you that. I wanted VCU though, man. That upsets me.
Oh, I like Butler. I like
That's-
Butler.
I want
Like Brad,
VCU to be-
that Brad Stevens, the coach, is sick.
All right, moving on. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Mac from Philly asks, "Do the 2-0 Orioles have a shot in the AL East?"
No.
That
That pitching's terrible. Jeremy Guthrie had a solid. Anyway, Jeremy Guthrie had a solid outing last game. I think eight Ks, but who knows about Mattis? Who knows about Arrieta? I think that team they're facing 2 of the best teams in the game, the Yankees and the Red Sox. They have no shot in the East, and Brian called them as the 3rd seed, which was absolutely asinine. I'll go there back in the 5th seed.
I think it was the first. I think it was the couple of years ago when they were like the top
Blue Jays,
team
the
for like
Blue-
a couple months or
Oh,
something, right?
Yeah.
And then they just faded.
Yeah.
Like, I could see
the last
them
time
doing
we
that
won,
if they're gonna
the last
start
time we
off
won the
good again.
division was back in 98, 99.
Yeah.
Since then, they've been absolutely terrible.
I don't know, man. They
You don't
just
think they have a
sound like
shot?
a lost cause.
I agree.
All right.
Because it's 162 games, you never know. But I mean, still though, it's like they're bound to
No, I know. They
bound to fade.
I'm seeing either Red Sox, Yankees, Blue Jays, or Yankees, Red
Blue
Sox.
Jays
Blue
usually
Jays.
fade.
I saw it,
I
Red
think
Sox
the
on
Blue
one.
Jays are really good.
Blue Jays are really good. It's
The
just
Blue Jays are really good.
they have the proven record that they fade.
John,
So
They at least get over 500.
John, what's their
Yeah,
biggest
but they
weakness
still
though?
come in third.
John.
Well, because it's what
What do you think is their biggest weakness though? Blue Jays.
the Blue Jays.
Yeah. They have one glaring weakness: pitching.
Pitching.
Anytime you
But
have a
no,
rookie-
yeah, but no.
Kyle Drabeck is your number 2 starter. That pitching is terrible right now. I mean, they got Ricky Romero, they got Brandon Morrow, they have Kyle Drabeck, but who knows? They're all question marks there. If they had a Roy Halladay, they'd be still solid.
Yeah. Too bad they don't have them anymore, right?
If
Yeah.
I think that offense is good.
power
Oh,
is
yeah.
ridiculous though. So.
Power is
Tisa,
good.
man.
I read a stat. They had 55 steals. Only 52 of them were from Rajay Davis. So it's basically Rajay Davis and nothing else.
Blue
Everything else
Jays
is
and
power.
Rangers switched place. Rangers were always only offense, had the worst pitching ever.
Yeah.
But I mean, well, they didn't really switch place because the Blue Jays
Yeah,
always
the
were not
Rangers
that
still have a
good.
sick offense.
Yeah, but no, I'm talking. Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, yes. Let's go.
All right.
All right,
Next email.
moving on. Jack from Sacramento asked, "Who is the most underrated player in hockey and basketball?"
I'm going to say basketball. Wait, do you want to?
No, you.
Oh, yeah, I'll do whatever.
Biggest underrated player in basketball. This is a shocker, kind of, because he used to be considered overrated. I'm going to use Zach Randolph, the center of Memphis Grizzlies. You don't hear much about him. His last couple of years, he's been 20-10. He's continuing that 20 points, 10 rebounds a game. He is the best player on Memphis, and basically Memphis is a 7th seed right now, and I like them to make the playoffs, and it's all because of Zach Randolph. And I think Zach Randolph is the most underrated player in the NBA. In NHL, I'm going Corey Perry at Anaheim again. I think he's the most underrated player. Nobody talks about him, and I don't know why. He's a huge goal scorer.
I agree with the NHL. I agree with Corey Perry.
Yeah.
But,
As for basketball?
I wasn't thinking for a minute. But basketball, I like Odom. I think Odom. I know he's talked about, but I mean it's like Pau Gasol's like in that slot though. I mean I think Pau Gasol's overrated.
It's underrated.
Underrated.
We're
talking
talking
about
about
underrated.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think Odom's underrated because Gasol's like
True.
overrated.
Yeah, he can play a little. Yeah, I like that too.
But I like Zach Randolph too. He, like you said, he used to be overrated. Oh, the Trailblazers use that fat mouth, pain in the ass guy.
Yeah. I also like LaMarcus Aldridge of Portland. I think he's doing having a terrific.
He just talked about that.
No, nobody talks about him much.
Here's
All-star
the
snub. All right, we'll see.
Kevin Love.
No love.
Yeah, no love. All right. Mike from Denver asked, who is the best lower-seeded team in the West out of Portland, Memphis, and New Orleans?
I took New Orleans at the beginning of the season as the second best team out to the Lakers, and I'm going to stick with that. I think New Orleans is better than all three of those teams. I really like Portland, too. I think Andre Miller, the big thing is Brandon Roy is still not back healthy, and Nate McMillan doesn't put him in enough minutes. If they can get Brandon Roy back, I think with Jared Wallace, they are better than all three of those teams. Without Roy, I like Hornets. I think Chris Paul, he's not as good as he was a couple of years ago, but Chris Paul, Mecca Okafor, Marco Bellinelli, and Carl Andrews filling in for David West. I really like that team.
I think the Hornets have fell off the map from a couple seasons ago, though. I'm sorry.
All right.
They used to be they used to be more up there. I like Portland better.
Portland, I agree too. Portland's very good.
Yeah, I like them better than all three of them. They're younger, right? They're pretty much younger. They got Roy, even though
they've got experience too.
Yeah.
With Andre Miller and Gerald Wallace, they got some serious experience there too.
I just like Portland. I think they got a better
Portland
shot.
is loaded. Marcus Aldridge, Andre Miller, Wes Matthews, Gerald Wallace, and Brandon Roy.
Wes Matthews can drain.
Wes Matthews is very good. I like both those teams. Memphis, I think they're out in first round.
Yeah, they're playing the Spurs. So.
What's Portland's
or the
record?
Lakers. So.
They're right up there. 40 wins, 30 losses, something like that.
Yeah.
All right, on to the final viewer question of the week. Jack from Boston asks, who is the best player on the Bruins besides Tim Thomas?
I'm going to go out there. I think Milan Lucic is the best player. The guy has 30 goals, 30 assists, and not only that, he's not afraid to fight too. Over 100 plus minus. Very rarely you see a 30 goal scorer with 100 plus minus. That's a 30 goal scorer that can fight like that. He plays great under the net. He's real intense. He's a great player. I think he's the most improved player of the year too, Milan Lucic. Nice David Ortiz. Nice. But I think Milan Lucic is right there. I think David Krejci is right there too. I think David Krejci is a great player. Yeah. And Cavalier solid too, but and Chara obviously too.
You gotta give it to Krejci. He's got 61 points. I mean, it's like he's just not getting goals. He's doing that. He's doing a little bit of everything.
He's kind of like a poor man's Henrik Sedin.
He's still doing his part. He's doing pretty good effort. He's got 15 goals. He's got 61 points going.
Yeah, 50 assists.
Yeah,
solid player.
I give it to him.
All right. Now, is there anything any of you would like to talk about before we leave? Wrap this up.
Let's go Red Sox. Can we put some runs on the board?
Yeah, put some runs on the board. Get your first win. Because we don't want to be 0-3. It's been a long time since we started season off 0-3. I mean, especially when we're supposed to be the best team in all
best
sports.
Team ever.
Yes, best team ever. All right, so that's about all we have for this edition of The Pitch. Fox, Arms, and Mitch. You can follow us on Facebook, on Twitter. You obviously subscribe to us on YouTube. We want comments. We want
that's the big thing. Subscribe.
We want feedback.
Yeah, we want emails.
Feel like we're still not getting anything. So
emails have been coming in pretty good, but
nobody seems to give feedback on the
comments.
Style of the show, anyways. You know what I mean?
Good point.
Okay, all right. So
sounds good.
Mitch can do his traditional. Yep, that was pretty solid.
That's good.
That was pretty solid right there.
Yeah.
All right, now see you next week.